Hello everyone, this is Anantello and I'll be helping you prepare for the IELTS academic writing test. So welcome to my first video. Today I'll be going over some important facts about the IELTS writing test, including what each task is about, the assessment criteria, and other stuff. The IELTS academic writing test takes exactly 60 minutes, during which you need to complete 2 writing tasks. And each task is about a different thing. So you need to manage your time wisely, and for that we suggest that you do the following. In task number 1, you are required to write at least 150 words, while in task number 2, you're required to write at least 250 words. Therefore, it is best if you spend 20 minutes working on task 1 and 40 minutes working on task 2. So what should you expect in task 1? You will be given some information in visual form, such as a map, a table, a graph, or a diagram. You will also be provided with a statement explaining what the visual illustrates. You are required to summarize the information in your own words and following a specific structure. We're going to go over this in detail in future sessions. Now, what about task 2? Here you will be given a point of view, an issue or problem, about which you'll need to write an academic essay in your own words and following a specific structure. Now, let's look at how you'll be assessed in the writing test. For the 2 tasks, you'll be assessed in these main areas. Number 1, coherence and cohesion. This means your ability to write a clear, organized, and well-structured essay that flows smoothly and is easy to understand and easy to follow. Number 2, lexical resource. This means your ability to use a range of vocabulary and expressions appropriately and accurately. You'll be assessed also on your grammatical range and accuracy, so you must demonstrate your ability to use a range of grammar structures appropriately and accurately. Finally, you will be assessed on your ability to correctly answer the questions, which are marked differently. In task number 1, you'll be marked on task achievement. Did you accurately, relevantly, and appropriately complete the task using at least 150 words? On the other hand, in task number 2, you'll be marked on your task response. The examiner will assess how well you develop your argument or position and how you support it with examples and evidence using at least 250 words. Rating system. Okay. After you've handed your paper, an examiner will mark your task according to the aforementioned assessment criteria, of course. You will then receive an IELTS band score for the writing part alone. For example, you may receive a 6 or a 7, and you may as well receive a half band score such as 5.5, which is the writing score required by Chevening. However, you must aim to achieve the band score required by your university, as some unis may require a 6.5 or even an 8. General tips. I would also like to go over a few general tips like whether to use pen or pencil. I personally prefer pencil because it's not very messy and it's easier to correct, but you may use either pen or pencil. Just make sure you take both with you in case the test center does not provide you with whichever you prefer. Handwriting. Now, handwriting is very important for the writing part, of course. You need to write in clear and neat handwriting because you lose marks for the words the examiner cannot read. If you write in cursive, I suggest you make sure every letter is clear, or else start training your hand to write fast in simple handwriting or non-cursive. If you have not practiced enough writing in non-cursive, I suggest you stick to whatever makes you comfortable, or else you might waste time during the exam trying to write neatly and in a handwriting that you're not used to. Some people ask if they're supposed to write in American or British English. You know, some words differ in spelling when it comes to American or British English. So it really doesn't matter as long as you use correct spelling, and it is advised to stick to one, either American or British English. Don't use a variety of both. Now, how do you know how many words you've written? Okay, you're not going to count each word. Always, while practicing, Aim for 170 to 190 words for task 1 and 270 to 290 words for task 2 because there is no upper word limit. Also, don't write too much, focus on quality more than quantity because you won't get a higher score for writing a long essay, but you will lose marks for writing a bad essay and for writing less than what's required. Since you won't have time to count the number of words you've written, count the lines instead. This depends on your handwriting, so you need to count your lines while you practice before the day of the exam. Some sources suggest that 150 words require around 17 lines, while 250 words require around 28 lines. This is the end of today's session. I hope you found it beneficial. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to write it in the comments area or send me a private message on Facebook. I've also included a short assessment for you to assess your knowledge. You can find it in this link, or we're going to provide it in the description area, I think, or in the comments area. Anyways, thank you very much for listening. Cheers!